founded Global Media. Period. I started Global Media several years ago. My role within Global Media involves website design, graphic design, photography, and video. The name Global Media came out of a passion of bringing the world together. As a company, we do that primarily through things like video, storytelling, photography, sharing the stories that we've seen and heard captured throughout the world. And we felt like that name really brought all of that together. I toured in a band for 15 years with my brothers. During that time, we did everything in-house. So that's where I initially learned website design. Back in the MySpace days, that was my first experience with HTML and CSS. That later developed into building our own websites, designing our own t-shirts, building full websites, and doing logo design. And within those experiences, that's where we first met a lot of the nonprofits that we still work with today. Through those relationships, have continued to work together year after year. I live in Westminster, Maryland. I grew up half a mile from the house I live in now. Our family owns 150 acres of farmland that myself, my parents, my brother, our cousins, our aunts, all live within that same area. I love the fact that we're half an hour from the mountains and 3 hours from the beach. So we experience all the seasons and have access to the ocean, the mountains, snow, summer, fall. Growing up, I always wanted to be a cowboy. John Wayne was my hero. And to the extent that I took horseback riding lessons, I had the cowboy boots, the hats, that I really thought I was going to move out west and work on a ranch. And I'm not sure at what point that changed, but that's not the path I took. I love being outside, so I like going hiking, I love running, going mountain biking, anything that gets me out in the woods, in the mountains. I love being outside. Nikki and I first met in high school, but then didn't start dating until after she had graduated and was in college. We've been married for 9 years and have 3 children and are in the process of adopting our 4th. We have a daughter named Chloe who is 5 and will turn 6 later this summer. We also have a son, Caleb, who is 2, and another son, Benson, who is 1. One of my favorite trips ever was my first time to Mozambique, and that was in 2009. And we were out in a remote community that was not too far from the Indian Ocean. The culture within that community was so welcoming, and to have traveled so far from Maryland and just to be welcomed with open arms into their community in a place that spoke a completely different language that we really didn't have much in common, but the welcoming aspect of that, the time we spent together there, will always be one of my favorite trips. When I first started this company and came off the road from playing music, the very first job I had was working with my cousin. My task was to scrape paint off of a concrete building with a grinder. And it was August in Maryland, it was 100 degrees outside, and I spent, I think, 3 months just moving scaffolding around this building, scraping paint off of it. And then in the evenings, going home and building websites and doing logo designs, all as part of getting the company up and running.